We come to you with breaking news from the Lantern TV studio. Jonathan Waters has announced he will sue Ohio State after the university fired him more than 2 months ago. We come to you today with this breaking news coverage in lieu of our weekly Scarlet Scoop.
Despite our efforts to resolve this sort of litigation, the university has steadfastly proclaimed that the issue is closed and that it's moving on. And for that reason, we are here today to tell the Ohio State University that we are not going away.
Thanks for joining us today. I'm your multimedia editor, Chelsea Spears. Well, in a Friday press conference, the firm representing the former Ohio State marching band director announced they'd be filing a lawsuit against both the university and individuals in connection to the controversy. The release also announced they'd be holding a press conference later that afternoon. Lantern TV was at Shoemaker Law offices for the entire press conference.
I would say also that in my early conversations with the Title IX office, it was centered around an individual student accusation rather than an entire examination of the band culture.
Well, Lantern TV news director Ritika Shah was one of the reporters present at the Friday press conference. She's back here in studio with some of the most important points that were discussed. Ritika?
Well, Chelsea, at the press conference, John Waters formally announced a lawsuit against the Ohio State University, asking to be reinstated to his position with at least $1 million in compensatory damages. Waters is citing a failure on the university's part to provide due process and discrimination on the basis of gender. Now, what this really means is that Waters is claiming he was not shown the investigative report before his firing, nor was he given the opportunity to defend himself. Waters said he had a right to ask for a name-clearing hearing, but wasn't offered one. Waters also claimed that the university has allowed female employees facing similar circumstances to continue working if they corrected the university's concerns, but he was never given that option. We've also learned that former Ohio Attorney General Jim Petro has joined the legal team representing Waters.
And there were, indeed, aspects of that culture that needed to be reformed. And I was the very first person, as the new leader of the band, to recognize that and to take steps to make change.
Upon becoming director, he took further steps in a proactive manner to change the band culture. He did this on his own with minimal support and encouragement from his superiors. His firing in July was the worst thing that could happen to the band. John Waters was the solution to these problems, not the cause.
We are here today to ask and to continue to ask for an open and honest assessment of the band culture. We've asked for that from day one of this investigation. We've asked that all of the facts be looked at.
Ohio State released a statement responding to Waters' lawsuit shortly after the press conference, saying that his claims lacked both substance and merit. The statement went on to say that the university stands strongly behind the decision to fire Waters because the problems that arose during his leadership didn't reflect the university's values. Ohio State also claims that the efforts Waters took to fix these problems were incomplete and ineffective at protecting students. The university says it embraces the opportunity to respond to Waters' case and is ready to defend this lawsuit. We'll definitely be following this case as it unfolds for you guys. Back to you, Chelsea.
Thanks, Ritika. The Lantern's been covering this story since July when we first learned Waters had been fired. We've tried to make it as easy as possible to understand what's happened since then. So, if you go to thelantern.com, you can find a timeline of all the big events that have happened between Waters, the band, and the university. On behalf of all of us here at the Lantern TV, thanks for watching. I'm Chelsea Spears.